media plan, still for the same restaurants, net. So, as I told you, my target market is under 40 years old, so we know that most people under 40 years old use Facebook a lot. So one of our big media plan for us will be to use Facebook. We will use different communication type. We will have Instagram, we will have Twitter, Facebook, we will have a website. And of course, we will have as well flyers. We don't really want to use too much email address. We don't want to have customer phone number to send text or customer email address. That is not an important thing for us. Because my generation see that as a, no, it's not good. I don't want to receive email. No, it's not. Anyway.
So my generation the same, mate.
Yeah.
You don't want to receive that shit either.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want people to have your email address. Everyone you will put a fake one. So we will not ask for it. We don't want to borrow people too much on Facebook. So we have 1-2 pictures a week maximum, not more. Same for Twitter. Instagram we can have more because there is no way you will follow too much and you will not spend too much. So for Instagram, we can have 1 picture each day. It's not the aim, but 1. On our website, we will communicate the menu. We will communicate a gallery picture. We put, but it's not sure for the moment, online order. We're not sure why, because we don't know if we will do that by ourselves or if we will go through company, for example, Deliveroo, which can do that for us. It will be more expensive, but why not? For the website, we will have Jen Atlan, which is a web designer which lives in Luxembourg. It's a friend of hers, so she will do that for free, which is very interesting for us. I've done the website as a paper for the moment. So that is the homepage, and then you have the gallery. The gallery is a place where we put a picture of our restaurant, picture of the story, because we want to create a relationship between the customer and us. We want to show them that we like them with the same age. We want to go with good product, good quality, perfect service. And then there is all the contact place. There is a link direct to the Google Map, as if they are with, for example, by bus or by train, or if they are in the car, they can go straight away itinerary and it comes straight away to our restaurant. It's easy, they can see that in 10 minutes they are here. Okay, let's go, let's do that. And then there is, of course, the link to go on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For us, it's important to work with Facebook, with Instagram, with all this social media, because it's how we will target the most for our consumers. You know that with Facebook, you can see how many people have seen your ad. If you put an ad, of course you have to pay for that, but it's our budget. That's right. It's coming out of our budget, and you can see properly which person has seen your ad, which person have looked at it properly. If you can see who liked it and then come to your restaurant. So you can have feedbacks on Facebook, which is very important. You can have results. For the media budget, it's not very expensive. We're about 3,000 per year. That's only for the first year. For the first year, we're about 3%. To explain you, Facebook will be about 1,000. It's an expensive thing. We can go for Facebook free things, but it's not our aim. Our aim is to target under 40 years old, and we know that they use Facebook. So for us, the best way to spend money will be on Facebook. Flyers very important for us. to catch people and on the beginning to let people know also. So the flyers will be very important on the beginning of the restaurant, the 2 first months, and then every time it will be a good and new event. Very important. Instagram we are at $150 and the website $250. When I say 150 and 250 here and as well for Twitter, it's because we want to put, we will ask someone to take picture, professional picture of the party. So that's why when we say 150 for Instagram.
So that's like your photographer budget.
Exactly, exactly. In fact, it's our photographer budget. He will take a lot of different pictures and then we will put this picture on Instagram, on Twitter, it will change every time. We don't want to put every day the same picture on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's annoying.
That's right. It's boring.
It's boring, yeah, exactly. We don't want that.
Okay.
So yeah, when we see a budget, it's because we will ask a photographer, professional one, to come with $500. As pay me $500.
Yep.
And yeah, he's a little bit more expensive because we need to pay for the
Hosting fees and all that.
yeah, when you open the website,
So you need to register it.
Yeah.
You need to get your URL.
yeah.
Yeah. It's costly.
So yeah. As I told you, all the advertising will be done by Jeanne Atlan, which is in Luxembourg. We will need to be very careful because the laws are very different between Luxembourg and Australia. So she will need to know what she can and what she can't put in her head. So what we want to do is tell her in general what she can or not do.
Yep.
And then anyway, we have a lawyer, which is Ricky Cohen. Ricky Cohen is a pretty good lawyer in Sydney. We will ask him to double check all he had to see if it's alright with the AA and Australian Association of Professional.
Lovely.
Any questions?
Look, once again, I thought that was very nice. I could listen to you all day. You come up with down to your foot, but also what you say makes sense. Okay, so look, overall quite good. $2,000 on brochures. It's a lot of brochures. Is that just printing or also distributing?
Oh, no. We did some distribution.
Okay, so how many brochures are you looking at? Well, what's the strike rate of a brochure? A lot of people like brochures, but if you put out 1,000 brochures, how many customers do you get?
So, there is something I didn't talk about in brochure. Sorry. When we say brochure, there is 2 types of flyers. There is
Okay, yep, cool.
so yeah, there is a flyer we will distribute, as I said, on the beginning of the opening.
Okay.
Then,
Yep.
if we open and 1 month later there is the university which starts again, we will put flyer again. And then every time there is a big event, festival, music, etc. And then I forgot to tell you that as well.
That's cool. Now I get, because I'm sitting going, that's a lot of money on brochures, but you haven't really linked like a big chunk of your budget there, but if you're doing that, now I get it.
Yeah, and then at the end of the meal, people will leave with a small sticker you can put on your fridge.
Okay. Yeah, a fridge magnet, yeah.
Yes, that is very important for us because we always need a fridge magnet. Doesn't matter if you will look what there is on, but you need it to put your electricity bill. So people will keep it. People will keep it. And on Sunday night, they're hungry, they look on the fridge, there is nothing, they close the door. Oh, the tartinette, oh yeah, I remember that one. Oh, let's call them, see if we didn't have an order or see if they're open. So the fridge magnet, I think it's a very good thing for us.
Okay. I like it. Still looking forward to going down and getting my tartinette.
No, I think it's a great idea. I think we can clearly make money with that. People will like it. More than that, in Australia, if you tell Aussie women, and you tell her, oh, that thing is from France. Oh, wow!
Yeah.
That's so beautiful! They love what is French. I don't know why.
We all do.
Yeah, it's a good thing
The guys
for me
do.
and for my business.
You guys do.
Yeah. And next week I will come, I need to double check with Tony. I will come here with, and we will do tartine.
Yep.
As you can see exactly what's it. And taste it.
And look, you know, France still holds, particularly, you know, in this country, just it still has a reputation for elegance, beauty, and often simplicity. The things are not overcomplicated. They're simple and they're beautiful and they're elegant. You know, like the women, anyway. And so yeah, so we've always appreciated French women, but you know, but also the art and the culture has always been held in very high regard. So okay, okay, nice. But yeah, most of us have, you know, we don't get too much French food, but you know, most of us have eaten escargot at least once.
Escargot and frelettes.
Yeah, no, I'm not such a fan, but I've done it, you know, but
it's very, very good.
The coq au vin, you know, that's me, you know, yeah. The provincial French cooking, I grew up with a lot of it. You know, my mum was, well, she worked with a Canadian consulate, so we spent a lot of time around French. And when I moved to Montreal and Quebec, no one speaks English, it's all very French.
Yeah, everyone speaks French.
So when I went to the school, no other kids spoke English, so it was really hard. So I'm like, g'day mate, and they're like, no, not monsieur.
So you speak French over there?
No, when I was a kid, yeah, but then you come here and you forget it all, because when do you ever get to practice? Now we did French in high school, my daughter has great French, but you know, like she came first in the year of French. So we went to New Caledonia, she was like fantastic, she's wandering around New Caledonia, speaking French to all the locals, but she's never been to France. She's never met a French person in Australia. You know, so that's the point, we're all learning in school. So in school, if you go to school here, it's French and German are the two languages, or Japanese. French, German, Japanese are the three languages you get in school.
Okay.
So, and that's usually, they don't do Spanish.
Why is it don't do Chinese?
So, like some schools will do Mandarin, some, you know, but most of them, it's French, German, and Japanese, the three languages.
That's funny because in Australia, if you can speak Chinese, it's
actually you learn Indonesian, which is what I did. You learn Indonesian, that gets you all the way through from Malaysia down to the Philippines, all the way across, pretty much to Papua New Guinea. So you get this massive amount of people that you come across all the time. So if you travel anywhere north, you know, you come across all these people. It's not that bad.
But I see something, for example, last year I used to do mystery customer. So I went, for example, one day I was supposed to buy a watch.
Yep.
And one of the sellers was French. All the other one were Chinese.
Yep.
A lot of Chinese people, when they arrive in a shop, they know to speak English, but they do not want to speak English. They want to speak Chinese.
So the thing is, they want to speak in Chinese to a Chinese person. They don't want to speak to you in Chinese. You know, there's actually, you know, when you live here for a while, you realise they don't want, you know, that they don't want, because you're a foreigner and you're outside their business chain. So they don't really want to speak to you. It's like when I work
business, real estate, big expensive journalists.
But they want to speak, because I used to work for the Commonwealth Bank. Okay, and I was in the city branches, and what happened was they've got Haymarket and the branches down there. Look, to even get in there to work there, you had to speak one of the Chinese languages, but then they didn't really want us. They said, look, we'll put you in the other branches because they don't really want a white person speaking Chinese. Because we're always a foreigner and an outsider, and they like to do business in the community because there's a lot of secrets and like that. They don't want to tell an outsider or a foreigner their secrets. So it's very, look, man. Yeah, so they're not really interested in talking that. It's sort of like, you know, it's like when a tourist comes to France. You know, like, I mean, the French are not renowned for a lot of patience. You need to speak French, you need to speak French well, or you're not going to have the best time in France. You know? And they're not going to go, oh, you're trying. They're going to